Hello everyone, welcome to another video, and in this video we are going to create a simple button hover effect with only HTML and CSS. So this is our button, and if you hover on that, a diagonal shape slides in from the left to right. So without any further ado, let's get into it. Here I have opened the folder with Visual Studio Code. This folder has an HTML file and another CSS file. CSS file is completely blank and it is linked with the HTML file. Also, I have added a title here and some basic code structure. Now at first let's create a div with the class of container. We are actually going to use this to center the element inside this blank page. Now I am just going to use an anchor tag with the class of button. I am going to put the hash to keep the href blank. Let's add our text. Our button. Okay, so this is our button here. Now let's move on to the style.css. And as you can see here, there is some gap at the top and the left. This is the default padding and margin of the browser. That's why we are going to use the asterisk to make it 0. Margin 0, padding also 0. Now we need to center this content or element inside this body. That's why we use the container div container, and we are going to give it a position of absolute. Now we can directly apply left 50% and from top it will be also 50%. Now it should be centered, but to make it properly centered we need to use the transform and translate. Around the x axis it will be minus 50%, around the y axis minus 50%. Okay, we are done with the positioning. Now let's style this button or this anchor tag. At first I am going to give it a color of dark slate gray. It is got the color. Now let's give it a font family of sans serif. Okay, I am going to make it uppercase, so text transform uppercase, so all of the text will be uppercase. Now we can remove the underline decoration, so it will be text decoration none. Let's save and it is gone. Let's set the border of 1 pixel solid and the same color of the dark slate gray. Also we can add another approach here. We can use the current color. Now it will get the color of this color. Let's add some padding with it. So around the x axis or at the left and right we want 60 pixels, and at the top and the bottom we want 20 pixels. So 20 pixels from top to bottom and 60 pixels to the left and right. So this got our border. Now we are going to give it a position of relative. We need this position relative because we are actually going to use a pseudo element with this button. So let's do that. Button, I am going to use before. We are going to give it a content of, sorry, not this one, content blank and position of absolute. We need the position absolute because we are going to position it relatively to this parent element. Now from top let's give it a value of 0, from left also 0, from right also 0, but we are actually going to change that later. From bottom also 0, not unset. Okay, now I am going to apply some border with it. So let's try border to the right. I am going to give it a value of 50 pixels solid and the same color, which is this dark slate gray. Also border to the bottom, same 50 pixels solid dark slate gray. Now here we are, but we actually don't want this to be like that. I'm going to comment it out for now. Okay, now we got a square shape. So this thing here, this lower part is this border bottom, and this upper part is the border right. So if we make this border right transparent, then we got a nice triangle here. So that's why we are going to use it to make this triangle. Now we can uncomment it. Okay, now we got this. So we are actually going to push it at the left side. Only when you hover on that, it will come sliding from the left to right. That's why we are going to use transform translate. It is the x-axis. So I am going to give it a value of minus 100%. Now it is at the left side. I am going to comment this out for now. We need to work on the height, because this height is actually this 50 pixels. If we make this suppose 70 pixels, it increases. So I think it is better to inspect the button here. This is the button. When we inspect it, we can see the height and weight of the element in the viewport. So it says that the weight is 227.48 pixels and the height is 59 pixels. So that's why we are going to use 59 pixels as a border bottom. Now it got the exact same height. Now when you hover on that, we need this to be more wider. That's why from right I am going to push it to minus 50 pixels. Let's save. Now it is bigger. Okay, now I am going to uncomment it. It's all fine. So when you hover on that, we are going to slide the before element onto this button. So let's apply that. So when we hover on the button, then the effect will be applied on the before, right? So before, we need to copy this. So when we hover on that, we need the transform translate x to 0. Let's save, and here as you can see, it is working just fine. But we cannot see anything because the text here has the same color of dark slate gray. That's why I am also going to add a hover effect with this button. Color will be white. Let's save, and still we cannot see anything because the before element is overlapping this original button. That's why we are going to use an z index to minus value. Now it should be fine, and it is fine. Now in order to make it smoother, we can use an transition all 0.3 second is in out, and also we need the transition with this before. I hope it all works fine, and it is working just fine. But we need to display only the portion that is overlapping on this button. That's why we are going to use overflow hidden. So it will hide everything outside this button box. So this is our button, and it is going to hide everything which is beyond its margin. But as you can see here, this overflow hidden is not working. That's because the anchor tag, the A tag, is an inline element. That's why we need to make this inline element a block level element. So let's do that. Display block. Now it should definitely work, and it is working just fine. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you want to get the source code, I will upload the source code in the GitHub repository and share the link in the description below, so you can go and check that out. And if you like this video, don't forget to subscribe. Thank you very much for watching, and see you in the next video.